All right, guys, God bless you and welcome to This Is It, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Can y'all see the finish line? I can't. It's impossible to stop. Everything secret will be made public. That's what the Bible says. In the end of the world, everything secret. You're seeing that there wasn't a swamp. There was darkness taking over the entire host body system, and there's so many people complicit in that play ball with the whole takedown from the inside, which is simply a manifestation of the system. The human race is being taken down from the inside. It's an inside job. Y'all ever see Madonna at Quavo? Go watch Madonna at Quavo, her performance. Listen to what she says. I tried to play it for you guys, got a strike. Yep. So anyway, go watch her and you'll see it. But let's do this right now. Let's do a little reality dose. Now, I've been telling everybody since 2007 that Barack Obama is the Antichrist. His name, Barack, means lightning, and then Obama, from the heavens. Lightning from the heavens. Barack Obama. That's what it means. Barack also means blessed. Do you know it also means to curse God? Did y'all know that? The name Barack also means to curse God. Yeah, surprise, surprise. Did you also know that it means bent? To bend. Yeah, I'll show it to you. I got a folder. And now the veil's coming down, the masks are coming off. The mask is coming off all of society. Look at the people that are willing to support the lies and the treachery. That's the serpent race. If you're willing to back up and go along with all the lies, then I want y'all to listen to what this lady has to say, but then stay tuned because I'm going to show you where the bombs are. There's some big bombs coming right now. Watch this. I want y'all to listen to this lady right here. She's very intelligent. She puts it very well. Watch this.
Colluded with the Russians. He came up with that whole...
Okay, she's talking about Obama colluding with the Russians. Let me just back up a little more. Sorry, guys.
Bringing out videos from different directions.
So I want to talk a little bit about ex-President Barack Obama and just the allegations of...
Do y'all mind if I just jump in and say lightning from heaven? Let's talk about lightning from heaven.
That's been made about he colluded with the Russians. He came up with that whole, deal with the Russians to throw stones at Donald Trump in a sense to get in his way up after he became president. I want to read you what God says about this. It's in Exodus 23, and this is what it says. It says, "You shall not bear a false report. Do not join your hand with a wicked man to be a malicious witness. You shall not follow the masses in doing evil, nor shall you testify in a dispute so as to turn aside after a multitude in order to pervert justice, nor shall you be partial to a poor man in his dispute." All I want to say to that is this. As Negro people in America, let's not jump on the black train of Obama. Let's wait. Let's wait and let justice has its due course.
Okay, and she goes on. I'll probably post a link to some of these people that, have some of these clips. Let me show you this. So here's the wake up, guys. People are waking up.
Nothing for the country, but did a lot for his billionaire. Barack Obama. The man who did nothing for the country, but did a lot for his billionaire friends, his billionaire donors, for himself, and other Democrat politicians. Barack Obama talked about hope and change. Only thing he changed was the fabric of this country.
I don't know, you guys. I'm starting to feel bad that I voted for Barack Obama. I feel like he terrorized and messed up our country. When you think about it, I feel kind of bad I voted for him. like he caused like a lot of division. When you think.
There you go. Okay, make sure you stay till the very end of this video because I'm going to play something for you I saw the other day, and it's kind of breaking news yesterday. I don't think many people have seen it though. Wait till you see the way this ties things together with Letitia James, Fannie Willis, and all these people that out of nowhere came up with this, Donald Trump's a criminal stuff, even when there was no crime. It's fascinating. So they fabricated evidence. They made up false Russian allegations using Russians. So the real Russian agents are Hillary and Barack. They have to be by definition. They used fake Russian intelligence knowingly and recycled it through the intelligence community and fed it to you guys and fed it to the general public. So they're all evil. They're all this. That's what they are. Anyone that's doing that, they're part of that. That's the new race that's birthing within the human race. Now watch. Let me show you something. But make sure you stay till the end. I've got to play like 4 more clips and then I'll drop the bomb. Okay, but watch it all together. Let's go right here. Okay, Letitia James hit with criminal subpoena. Now remember, what did she accuse Donald Trump of? She accused him of mortgage fraud. But the property that he took a loan out was valued higher than the actual value of the property. The bank that did business with Donald Trump made millions, and they said, we have no issue at all, did a great business deal with Donald Trump. We made plenty of money. We did our own property value assessment on Mar-a-Lago. So nope, no harm, no foul. No one was injured. No one was defrauded. And he didn't defraud anybody on the value of his assets. And now the very thing she accused Donald Trump of, she's going to have to answer for. That's what I call poetic justice. But watch, just watch. Okay, but like I said, at the end of this, I'm going to play a secretary that was working for Bill Barr. Remember Bill Barr that came in as Attorney General, Trump era, first term? Do you remember Bill Barr? Nothing was making sense that he was doing. Wait till you see how it all coincides. Here we go.
To bring Trumpism to New York City. He's called me disgraceful. Of the fact that they stole the Supreme Court seat. An illegitimate president and an illegitimate member of the...
Guys, would you mind if I just round that back just a little bit? I just want to hear everything she says. Ready? Let's do it one more time. Ready? So here she is literally campaigning on her job if she gets elected in New York will be to make sure Donald Trump goes to jail. That was her campaign promises. That's only political. That's insane. That's what she campaigned on. Look at her now. Guys, we're at the moment. We're at the apex moment where all hell's about to break loose. Okay, but let's listen. Watch this. This is great.
To your attempt to bring Trumpism to New York City. He's called me disgraceful. Of the fact that they stole the Supreme Court seat. An illegitimate president and an illegitimate member of the United States Supreme Court. He's called me radical.
Listen. Yes. We know he's crazy. Yes. We know he doesn't have a sound mind. Yes. We know he's out of control. Yeah. We know he's losing it. Yeah. We know his days are numbered and we will come together.
He's called me.
I gotta interject. Isn't it crazy how they project their evilness on others? That's what the serpent race always does. That's why Satan stands as the accuser of the brethren in the midst of us, because that monster is in the midst of society. What's pouring forth out of her, accusing others of what she herself is already guilty of. Same with Adam Schiff, the same exact behavior. It's called satanic. There's a word for it. It's satanic, the accuser. This is phenomenal. Now watch. Just watch them all, though. It's because it's... Go back a little bit. Here we go.
We know he's out of control. We know he's losing it. We know his days are numbered and we will come together.
He's called me a racist.
We've got to stand up to an administration which is too male, too pale, and too stale.
I probably need to get a little sun. I'm getting a little pale myself. And I'm also too male, too pale, and too stale. Who's the racist here? Okay, let's try that.
Stand up to an administration which is too male, too pale, and too stale.
Go, Santa's helper.
Too
Ho,
pale
ho, ho.
and too stale. Too male, too pale, and too stale.
To her. Let me just say. Okay, here's Eric from a couple years ago.
Right, you have a corrupt attorney general who literally ran on the campaign promise of taking down my father. She goes, I'm going to go after Donald. I'm going to take down his family. I'm going to go after his children. I'm going to get, her exact quote, I'm going to get to the office of attorney general every day. I'm going to sue Donald Trump, and then I'm going to go home. I mean, she'd fundraise off of this nonsense. Like, this was her entire platform going after Donald, right after my father.
Now, again, let me interrupt. Remember, to bear false witness and to collude to bear false witness. Who is that? That's Satan. Let's just call it what it is now. Satanic. Let's call it what it is. It's evil. If you conspire to lie to destroy others and you bring up a lie that's fake to try and imprison someone, who does that sound like? God or Satan? Which one would you pick? Does it sound like Jesus or Satan? I saw that buffoon, Letitia James, and Fannie Willis, I believe Letitia James as well, walk into a church and start speaking about how they're targeted because they're black women. I was like, no, y'all have lost your freaking minds. Y'all are delusional. 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 Doesn't the Bible say in the end, because they had pleasure in unrighteousness, like you're seeing, which is unrighteousness, God will send them strong delusion. So they believe the lie. The lie is they think the creator of the host body system, Elohim, they think that's God. That's not God. El is the Almighty God. And his son is, with us is El, the Almighty God. Imanu, with us is El. Emmanuel, with us is El. Not with us is Elohim. Elohim is, here y'all are, you're all Elohim, but you're all going to be men, and you're all in trouble. Psalm 82. Here we go. Let's hear this lunacy one more time. I'm sorry, I just had to interrupt. It's just insanity. It's pure insanity.
Corrupt attorney general who literally ran on the campaign promise of taking down my father. She goes, I'm going to go after Donald. I'm going to take down his family. I'm going to go after his children. I'm going to get, her exact quote, I'm going to get to the office of attorney general every day. I'm going to sue Donald Trump, and then I'm going to go home. I mean, she'd fundraise off of this nonsense. Like, this was her entire platform going after Donald, right after my father. Then obviously she gets into office and she does exactly that. And you've got a crooked court and everything else. But actually, I think we're making a breakthrough with the judge. I think they're trying to realize there are no victims. First of all, my father's statements are undervalued, not overvalued. Second of all, she's going after banks. She's trying to protect banks that made hundreds of millions of dollars with Trump, meaning there were no aggrieved party. There were no defaults. There were no
you guys made money.
Covenants.
You guys made money. That's why
we would borrow. We'd borrow money.
Yeah.
Go do a great project. Be very successful.
Jobs and homes.
Pay a tremendous amount of interest, and then pay the banks back in full. Like, we never had so much as a default. No one. So we're sitting there saying, is there a victim in this? I mean, you're suing us and there's no victim, but Carla, it's nonsense. The DOJ has told Letitia James to make my father's life hell, to keep him tied up in a courtroom, to cost him tens and tens of millions of dollars, to distract him.
Okay, I want y'all to pay attention now. the DOJ under, the DOJ under Biden and the old Obamaites, Bill Barr, I told you at the end of this, you're going to get to see Bill Barr's secretary, her notes. Now remember how far all this goes back. During Trump's first term, and they tried to ambush him with fake Russian collusion nonsense. Wait till you see where this is going to go, guys. It's going to blow your mind. Okay, again, listen one more time about the DOJ back then. Who was telling, Letitia James? Who was telling Fannie Willis? Who concocted all this crap? Well, Obama did. Obama concocted it. But watch how many sycophants carried out his evil plan. Okay, ready?
Made hundreds of millions of dollars with Trump, meaning there were no aggrieved party, there were no defaults, there were no covenants.
You guys made money. That's why
we would borrow money, go do a great project, be very successful,
jobs and homes,
pay a tremendous amount of interest, and then pay the banks back in full. Like, we never had so much as a default. No one. So we're sitting there saying, is there a victim in this? I mean, you're suing us and there's no victim, but Carla, it's nonsense. The DOJ has told Letitia James to make my father's life hell, to keep him tied up in a courtroom, to cost him tens and tens of millions of dollars, to distract him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember Matt Gaetz, when Matt Gaetz was dragging everybody in, asking him questions, asking the douchebag Merrick Garland, hey, why don't you give us simply the communication between your office and Fannie Willis, your office and Letitia James? And Merrick Garland's like, oh, they're separate entities. They have no, and Matt Gaetz is like, I don't care about that. Just give me your communication. And Merrick Garland, in the same old playbook by the Democrats, the Demon Rats, the same playbook is, oh, I can't, it's an ongoing investigation, or that's internal work product. But again, wait till you see what's at the end of this video. It's going to put everything in perspective. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, it's all true. And the mask is coming off the monster right now. Watch. Okay, watch. Here's Matt Gaetz talking to Merrick Garland.
Communicating with these state and local prosecutions against Trump, you can clear it all up for us right now. Will the Department of Justice provide to the committee all documents, all correspondence between the department and Alvin Bragg's office and Fannie Willis' office and Letitia James's office?
The offices you're referring to are independent offices of state.
I get that. I get that. The question is whether or not you will provide all of your documents and correspondence. That's the question. I don't need a history lesson.
Well, I'm going to say again, we do not control those offices. They make their own decisions.
The question is whether you communicate with them, not whether you control them. Do you communicate with them, and will you provide those communications?
You make a request. We'll refer it to our Office of Legislative Affairs.
But see, here's the thing. You come in here and you lodge this attack that it's a conspiracy theory, that there is coordinated lawfare against Trump. And then when we say, fine, just give us the documents, give us the correspondence, and then if it's...
Right?
So why do you think they would never give them any documents or correspondence? Why do you think they were terrified of Trump getting in office? Why do you think there were these attempts made on Trump's life? Because the ones that are behind the scenes, the serpent race, is in all of society. And they're all willing participants. It's like the movie The Matrix. Come out of her, my people. The system is her. You have to be born again out of her system. You came into her system and you got inverted. Now remember, her system is in the image of Elohim created he him. Male and female created he them. Okay, and we'll get to that over on my scripture channel. For those of you that haven't seen it, we'll show you. So here we go. Testing, guys. This is crazy. I put on a different hat just to make sure you guys know there's a break in the timeline. I'm over here on this computer and I'm getting ready to drop the bomb on you. It's like they're listening in, and it's happened over and over again now. Like I'm going, okay, and then boom, my computer goes down, but it's not just the computer going down. The entire timeline, audio, video, it all disappears off the timeline. I mean, for those of y'all that record, you know what I'm talking about, how insane that is. But here's a little thing I learned. If you instantly disconnect from Wi-Fi or any other signal coming in, you just disconnect right then and there. Don't let any outside source have a feed. You disconnect Wi-Fi, disconnect any attachment to the web, stop it, and then you and your computer go at it. I had to wrestle to get the first part of the video, and I was able to recover it. And a lot of times I'll do two. When I say a lot of times, it's happened several times where I do 2 hours, hour and a half, 2.5 hours of video, and then boom, it grabs it and destroys it. It's like, oh my gosh. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, let's see if this works.
What is fueling my soul right now is Trump. Will you sue him for us? Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the ass.
I look forward to going into the office of Attorney General every day, suing him, and then going home.
Said I know my name personally.
Okay, let's see what happens now. Okay, I just checked the reel, and I saw that my camera is now not working on the other computer. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is insane. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, I'm not going to worry about my picture being anywhere. Y'all, I'm here, you guys. Watch the insanity. Here we go. We're under double computer attack. Ready? Here we go.
Right now is Trump. Will you sue him for us? Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the ass.
I look forward.
Let's be able to read that. Let's hear what this lunatic says when she's talking about other people losing their minds. Who's losing their mind?
What is fueling my soul right now is Trump. Will you sue him for us? Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the ass.
What's fueling my soul? What's fueling her soul, you evil freaking Santa's helper?
I look forward to going into the office of Attorney General every day, suing him, and then going home.
Said I know my name personally.
Some breaking news sources.
Okay, let's see what happened. I gotta check the reel, guys. Nothing that I'm seeing on my screen is what's really happening. So I'm just gonna wing it. I'm gonna hope that this works. Here we go. Just watch.
Are telling us that New York Attorney General Letitia James and her office are under investigation by the Department of Justice in relation to her case against President Trump. Justice correspondent David Spunt is in Washington. What do you know, David?
Well, hi, Dana. Two well-placed sources familiar with the probe tell Fox News that New York Attorney General Letitia James and her office is under investigation by the DOJ here in Washington. We're told that Attorney General Pam Bondi signed off on the probe. Subpoenas were sent to James's office, and there is a grand jury investigation underway in the New York State capital of Albany.
Has complained that I'm engaging in some sort of. The President of the United States has complained that I'm engaging in some sort of political witch hunt, that I've got some personal vendetta against him, that I campaigned against him. That is not true. The President of the United States has complained that I'm engaging in some sort of political witch hunt, that I've got some personal vendetta against him, that I campaigned against him. That is not true.
This illegitimate president who sits in the White House. That president, because he's not my president, he's an illegitimate president. His days are numbered. His days are numbered.
We've got to get ready to mobilize, and we've got to get ready to agitate and irritate until victory is won, but more importantly, until Trump is defeated. We will all rise up and resist this man, and ultimately we'll bring him down. This illegitimate president, I'm going to give you the same level of respect that you gave to President Obama, and that is absolutely no respect.
Okay, she's talking about, and I don't know if you guys can see me or even hear me right now because my screen is not working correctly at all. But what Letitia James is doing right here is contradicting herself over and 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 over again, that she was not running on a platform to get Donald Trump, period. Okay, she is obviously unhinged. She is obviously out of control. She is obviously 100% against the Lord God whom I serve. You are not supposed to make a vendetta against somebody out of hate and lies and collusion with others. Y'all are about to see the collusion with others in just a minute. You're going to see who Letitia James and Fannie Willis and the gang have been involved with, and it's all been at Obama's behest. You'll see it in just a minute. Hopefully this is working. Okay, my camera is shot for me being in there, but let's keep going.
Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! And the days of Donald Trump are numbered! Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up!
The President of the United States has complained that I'm engaging in some sort of political witch hunt, that I've got some personal vendetta against him, that I campaigned against him. That is not true.
Irritate until victory is won, but more importantly, until Trump is defeated.
The United States has complained that I'm engaging in some sort of political witch hunt, that I've got some personal vendetta against him, that I campaigned against him. That is not true.
President, I really no respect. Hey, hey, ho, ho! And the days of Donald Trump are numbered. Lock him up.
The President of the United States has complained that I'm engaging in some sort of political witch hunt, that I've got some personal vendetta against him, that I campaigned against him. That is not true.
This illegitimate president who sits in the White House. That president, because he's not my president, he's an illegitimate president. His days are numbered.
That is not true.
By the way, if y'all want to see a really good reporter, Melanie King is really good. Now, keep watching this. Watch this.
Specific investigation my colleague Jake Gibson, Ashley Oliver, and myself are being told involves deprivation of rights, which in plain language means someone in a position of legal authority violating someone else's constitutional or legal rights. Those sources tell Fox News the DOJ is going after James because she took then former President Donald Trump to court, quote, simply because she didn't like him and campaigned on getting him.
All right, now, folks, hopefully you can hear my voice. Now you want to see where this goes? Pay very, very close attention. Maybe this is going to work. I don't know. I don't know if the camera's working. I have no idea. I've gone back and checked it, and it's malfunctioning. Both computers are malfunctioning together. It's crazy. Okay, ready? Watch this secretary that was around during Bill Barr's time, and watch how they were coordinating it all back then. And I watched Professor Nez, I don't know, 8 months ago, bring this lady on against the guy in D.C. that you're going to see in this video. And he freaked out. Watch this.
Very easy. I called the FBI. It's very easy to know why I am being persecuted and no one else. It's being charged or persecuted. It's very easy. I called the FBI to report Bill Barr and Armstrong Williams.
Okay, I'm just stopping for a moment to see if this is working. Okay, it's working well enough. Here we go.
I have notes of every single meeting. One meeting can be about visa for someone, or another meeting can be about January 6th or RICO case. I have a quote here that was like, Barr believes the FBI will go to Trump House soon. And one thing that I heard a lot is like how they go to prevent America to have Trump again. One thing that I learned very fast and very in the beginning is like Bill Barr is someone extremely important. And I remember the biggest conversation they had at that point, it is like, what kind of charge that we can bring against Trump? And that's when Bill Barr, and I will never forget that.
So it's Bill Barr and this other guy as well. And Professor Nez cornered him 8 months ago, and he ran like the coward that he is. But now here you get to see Bill Barr involved.
Against Trump. And that's when Bill Barr, and I will never forget that, Bill Barr was like, we should bring RICO because it's a very difficult type of charge to defend. Armstrong has this powerful friends. He's friends with like Bill Barr.
This guy right here. Remember this guy. Huh. I wonder if those guys ever think about, like back in the old days, like, during the time when Marie Antoinette and them, Louis tried to like skate out of town. They were pulled over in their carriage while they were trying to escape. I wonder if that goes through their head, stuff like that. I gotta wonder, it's like, it's gotta be scary.
He's friends with Ben Carson. He's friend with the mayor of DC. And he has like all this list of powerful people and people like with a lot of money. I know they do some business together. All the time Armstrong needs something, he calls Bill Barr. Like can be, for example, approve a visa for someone, he calls Bill Barr. Or, for example, do some kind of lobbying with, for example, Turkish Airlines, he calls Bill Barr. Bill Barr is like the person that we call to resolve any kind of problems or situations.
Make sure you read this. During her employment with Armstrong Willis, Patricia recorded notes from numerous high-level meetings. You took my documents and phones and never returned them, and now you think you can just move against me? Let me be clear, your time is running out. So she's being threatened. She was repeatedly instructed to hand over these notes and face threats to ensure their return. Please hand over all the documents, notes, and phones you have. Armstrong could send someone to your house at any moment, and we're willing to pay for them, so you can move on with your life peacefully. If you do this, we can all go our separate ways without further ado. Wow, this is wild. And now here come the threats. She was reportedly instructed to hand over these notes and face threats to ensure their return. You know what's best for you. Armstrong just wants the audios you have and your notes. I understand you don't want to talk to him, but I never did anything to you. If you think it's better, I can come to you and catch on, and we can all forget the story. Okay? This is what happens when you think you can go against me, David and Barr. You'll never get your green card back, not even if you marry the president. Now give me back the phones and notes that belong to HSAs, because at some point I will lose my patience, and when I do, I'll come for you myself. Wow, serious.
I have notes of every single meeting. One meeting can be about visa for someone, or another meeting can be about January 6th or RICO case. In February 27 of 2023, here's my notes. They launched this meeting about RICO case. I do not know if they have meetings before about that. That was the first time that I heard and that I learned about that. So they bring that case against Trump, and I remember the biggest conversation they had at that point. It is like, what kind of charge that we can bring against Trump? And they discussed like few charges under American law, and that's when Bill Barr, and I will never forget that, Bill Barr was like, we should bring RICO because it's a very...
Now, I want you to remember, we're talking about the shadow government, whatever. The shadow government is all this. You're looking at it. It's a serpent race. Why do you think the fang on Obama's forehead in the presidential portrait, one fang is a sperm, the other fang of the serpent is a shadow? Uh-huh. Yeah. No big deal. Here we go, Mr. Shadow Man. Let's see. You're casting a big shadow from the Duncan.
Never forgot that. Bill Barr was like, we should bring RICO because it's a very difficult type of charge to defend. Bill Barr was like very focused and bring the RICO case because he explained to Fannie Willis the RICO charge is one of the most hard to defend.
So look at this, to Fannie Willis. So he explains to Fannie Willis, who brought the RICO charge against Donald Trump? Fannie Willis, with all her total BS. And see, then they go around with their mockingbird. Oh, Trump's a 47-time felon. Oh, it's a threat to democracy. Oh, it's like they're insane, dude. The insanity is mind-boggling. Okay, here we go. So let's hear that one more time.
To Fannie Willis, the RICO charge is one of the most hard to defend in court because under the American law, the RICO.
So Armstrong, Barr, someone here, and looks like, and Willis. Y'all should stop these and pause them and read every single thing.
Charge can be anything. Like, it's not very specific. So people who is charged with RICO case, they have a very hard time to defend themselves. We had this meeting with Fannie Willis. At that point, I didn't have idea about her, what she'd work with.
So they had a meeting. Do you know how insane it is that Bill Barr would have a meeting with Fannie Willis? That's impossible for this not to be true. You understand? There's no way that there was this RICO case brought with Fannie Willis's office, and remember her and her corrupt, paid-for gigolo prosecutor. She's got to pay for it. That's crazy. That's just nuts. So Fannie Willis brings a RICO case. Wasn't it Nathan Wade? Wasn't he the douche? Yeah, Nathan Wade. And so they're all in cahoots with Bill Barr and the DOJ. And whose DOJ was that? Yeah. Who's been running things since 2008? Obama. Who's the one that set up see, they couldn't let this thing end because Obama was groomed for the position to bring the United States down for the inside. That's why this is all the serpent race doing it. You get it? It is them doing it. This is just like They Live. It literally is just like the movie They Live. It's amazing. Wow, they're caught. Look at this hooker. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway.
About her, what she worked with. I just don't know her. And she presents herself as like someone who's close to Armstrong, someone who's attorney. And all the time I was like, okay, it's just like one more meeting that we had. And then in these meetings, that's when I started to take notes and like try to keep everything to prove that what's going on. One thing that I understood very well is like Bill Barr and Armstrong and all the politicians too, they're very focused like in how they go to stop Trump. And one thing that I heard a lot is like how they go to prevent America to have Trump again. So in my views of politics, what I think it is, they probably realized very soon that if Trump runs again, he probably will win the election, as he did. So in that point, they just want to like prevent that. One of these meetings, for example, was launched in March 15 of 2022. And this meeting was at Sinclair Broadcast. And in this meeting was when I like started to learn more about Fannie Willis and about some guy called Jack Smith.
Oh my God. She brought the freaking receipts. Jack Smith colluding with Bill Barr, colluding with Fannie Willis. Do you see the level of collusion is like, it's like rot. It's just rot throughout the system. Pure serpent rot. So this was all just a bunch of satanic, evil plotting. This is Satan. Just you get to see Satan uncovered now. Just look, you're watching Satan work. This is wild. Barr and follow up with Fannie Willis, Jack Smith about January 6th investigation and about charges against Trump. This douche, dude, and this Santa's helper. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
And about investigation involving January 6th. I have a quote here that was like, Barr believes the FBI will raise, and I put it in parentheses, go to Trump House soon. That's when was like, I start to learn and to be sure about what they're doing. Was like they're planning and they're create crimes and situations to go after everyone. In that meeting, we also spoke about the meeting that we had with Facebook, and
of course. Why not? Let's get Facebook in. So what is it? Some algorithms like we're dealing with over here? We're dealing with probably AI being sicked on us.
the person in Facebook was helping us and giving us direction to create content against Trump and against the January 6th was called Daniele. That was like one of the first meetings that I had about this plan they had to go after everyone who works or support Trump. And that was back in September 13 of 2021. So in this meeting was me, Armstrong, Shermichael, and Bill Barr by phone. And they spoke about January 6th committee. They authorized the committee to investigate the events about January 6th. We started like with some names. They also gave a lot of names here. We have like Michael Flynn, Steve Bannon, Rudy Giuliani, Jeffrey Clark, Oath Keepers, Proud Boy People, Proud Boy Group, Scott Paris, Jim Jordan, a group called Stop They Steal, Brad, again, Hafesbergi, Shamos, Ruby Freeman, Patri Cipollone, Alex Jones, Nick Fuentes, and we have some target people, which is like the people they want to target more. And that was like Stuart Rhodes, and Enrique Tarrio, and Roger Stone. And here I have a quote. It was like Barr and Cheney once for
Barr and who? Liz Cheney? Another Sanders helper.
Fox at Roger Stone, Rhodes, and Tarrio, and Bannon. And also in Kimberly Guilford, who is...
Oh, wow. They're targeting Kimberly Guilfoyle, who her and Eric Trump were going out.
Close to Trump. Armstrong goes on TV, or he goes on social media, or he goes over his Twitter account or X account, and he claims he's Republican. He's this person who is like extremely patriotic. He loves his country and everything. But at the same time, he was lunch meetings with Bill Barr to plan against Trump and against people involved in January 6th.
So if anyone's looking to put a face to, more faces, it's good to be able to take the mask off and see who they are, isn't it? Isn't it nice? The masks are starting to come off, the monsters. So you can see them now. The Pope? You think the Pope's holy? Inside of a snake, singing to Lucifer, donning his own creation. You don't think they're part of the Chrislam plan, since they they have male and female reproductive systems right in the mouth of that serpent? It's male right side up, female upside down, reproductive systems making an X. like Genesis 1, let us create man in our image. In the image of Elohim created he him, male and female created he them. Just like Islam, be pious, and from the Hadith, be pious and interconnect, O people, and praise Allah for who split the seed and created man. You split the seed. What seed? The seed from heaven, male and female in perfect harmony. The seed getting split is putting it into the flesh. That's the split seed. That's why you can't ever seem to find your other half. So crazy.
Armstrong never got caught for things that he does. He was inside of the Capitol Hill in January 6th. And then I started to understand he's never caught for that because he's friend with the mayor of DC. He was friend with the chief of police of DC. I'm talking about people who went to jail. And these people, they have families, they have lives. Some people with cancer, I know a case with cancer, the person got arrested and went to jail because of January 6th. But at the same time, those people are there because people like Armstrong was telling them to be there, was telling them no, it's completely fine if you be here. And when the things start to happen over there, Armstrong is no, we can go inside and let's do this. So what kind of person does that with people?
There you go. What kind of person does that with people? I just want to take off a hat tip to her. That is awesome that she stood her ground and gave dates, meetings, places. I mean, she brought the receipt book, and it all fits with the entire thing that happened. Fannie Willis in her RICO case, and then Letitia James, her whole goal was to pile on Trump with fake. That's evil. It's the serpent race taking over. That's what's taking over government. Satan, the serpent race, is taking over the hearts and the minds of the people in the world and the government. The word government comes from guberno mentis, to govern, to control, mentis, the mind. That's why they have Mockingbird. Rachel Maddow, I think she's as much a criminal as the whole gang. Anderson Cooper, same. If they knew it was fake information, and they peddled it anyway, what do you think should happen to them? Aren't they guilty of treason? Isn't that treason? They facilitated treason. That's wild. What does the Bible say? Those that had committed insurrection lay bound with Barabbas. They had committed insurrection. You're seeing the insurrection play out right now. What insurrection? The flesh. The flesh. There you go. Now you know. See, they worship the God of the flesh. That's what Islam worships. That split the seed and created man. So they worship Elohim. Who does the Catholics worship? Elohim. I don't worship Elohim. I worship El, the Almighty God, whose son is with us, is El, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, with us is El, the Almighty God. Isaiah chapter 7. And you shall call his name Emmanuel. With us is El, Emmanuel. They worship Elohim, the serpent race. That's who they worship. That's why they do all this. And now they're gone completely bonkers, delusional. And the Lord said, I will send them strong delusion. And they're in the middle of it. And they're not going to stop. Remember my words, they will not stop. It's all going downhill from here, guys. It's all going downhill. The whole world right now, it's going. Okay, let me play one other clip because I want you to remember this guy Armstrong that she was talking about, the black guy in New York. Let me show you a quick clip if I can find it. God, you guys, these attacks that we're dealing with right now are absolutely crazy. It's literally crazy stuff. Just nuts. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? So here's Professor Nez. By the way, I love this guy. He's very animated. I wish he knew the truth. Man, you guys should try and tell Professor Nez about the Vatican being a snake. Everybody should reach out to Professor Nez and tell him what's going on. The Vatican's a snake, man. The serpent race is here. Okay, watch this. Watch this.
Why did you hire somebody that supposedly had this track record or criminal record as you guys purport to bring forth?
I've already answered that.
Okay. So we have Patricia here. I'm going to bring her up.
Oh, no, you're not. I'm not. You're not going to bring her up on there with me. Kevin, disconnect me. He has Patricia he's trying to bring up. Disconnect me. We had an agreement that I would come on. So, no. You did no. You're not. Listen, you can play that game with everybody else. I'm done. I said what I needed to say. I'm not going to ever communicate with
Okay, Armstrong, I'm not trying to blindside you.
Oh, wow. Doesn't he seem really nervous when he finds out she's there?
He has Patricia he's trying to bring up. Disconnect me. We had an agreement that I would come on. So, no. You did no. You're not. Listen, you can play that game with everybody else. I'm done. I said what I needed to say. I'm not going to ever communicate.
Okay, Armstrong, I'm not trying to blindside you.
Oh my God! Did you see how scared he looked? The coward. Did you see the coward? They caught me. They caught me. Take off your masks. All the world's a stage, guys. They've got their masks on. They know they have masks on too. That's what's so creepy. All right, guys, peace and grace. Hopefully this all works. Part 1 is on that computer. Part 2 is on this computer. Gonna get Zacharuni to stitch them together for me. Hopefully it all works. And y'all get to see this by the end of the day. I told you we are under massive attack. I don't know if they've got AI sicked on us or something, but the stuff that happens, you don't just have a timeline of, 20 minutes just disappear when you have it in front of you. No, nuh-uh. But disconnection to the internet and Wi-Fi stops any stuff coming in. If you're having problems like I'm talking about, disconnect. There you go, guys.